Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going back more than 2,500 years to explore the incredible story of Cyrus the Great and the rise of the Persian Empire. So sit back and let's travel through history together. More than 2,500 years ago, before modern nations existed and long before the world was connected by roads, airplanes, and the internet, a powerful civilization began to rise from the ancient land of Persia. From the mountains and plains of what is now Iran came a young king whose ambition would change the course of history. His name was Cyrus. History would remember him as Cyrus the Great. But Cyrus did not inherit the greatest empire in the world. He built it. He began as the ruler of a relatively small Persian kingdom. Around him stood powerful kingdoms, wealthy cities, and ancient empires that had dominated the region for generations. Yet within only a few decades, Cyrus would defeat some of the most powerful rulers of his time and bring enormous territories under Persian control. His armies would march across mountains and deserts. His banners would appear in distant lands. And his empire would eventually stretch from Central Asia to the Mediterranean. But there is another side to the story. Cyrus became famous not only for his victories, but also for the way he ruled the people he conquered. He allowed different peoples to maintain many of their traditions, religions, and customs. To some ancient writers, he became an example of the ideal ruler. To others, he was a brilliant military conqueror. But behind the legend was a real man living in a dangerous and violent world. So who was Cyrus? How did he rise from a small Persian kingdom to become one of the most powerful rulers of the ancient world? And how did he create the foundation of the mighty Persian Empire? To answer these questions, we must go back to the beginning. The story begins in the 6th century BCE. At this time, the ancient Near East was divided between several powerful kingdoms. One of the most important was the Median Empire, which controlled large parts of the Iranian plateau. To the west was Lydia, a wealthy kingdom in Anatolia. Farther south stood Babylon, one of the greatest cities and political powers of the ancient world. And among these great powers lived the Persians. The Persians were an Iranian people who had established themselves in the region of Persis, in southwestern Iran. Their kingdom was known as Anshan. It was here that a royal family called the Achaemenids ruled. And into this royal family was born a prince named Cyrus. Cyrus the Great was born around 600 BCE, although the exact year is uncertain. His father was Cambyses I in Persian called Kambuji, ruler of Anshan. Ancient traditions also describe Cyrus's mother as Mandana, the daughter of the Median king Astyages. This meant that Cyrus was connected to both the Persian and Median royal families.
My son is going to be a king soon. His name is Cyrus.
According to an ancient legend, King Astyages, the ruler of Media, had a frightening dream that Cyrus would one day threaten his throne. Fearing the prophecy, Astyages ordered a servant named Harpagus to take the infant Cyrus away and leave him in the wilderness to die.
Take this child away from my sight! Ensure he is seen again, or you pay with your life.
But Harpagus could not bring himself to kill the baby. Instead, he gave Cyrus to a shepherd named Mithridates, who took the child home and raised him as his own son. For years, Cyrus grew up far from the royal palace, unaware of his true identity. Years passed and Cyrus was grown up. One day, while Cyrus was playing with the other children in the village, they decided to play a game of kings and servants. The children chose Cyrus to be their king.
Now we play a game. You are the king!
As Cyrus grew older, the truth about his royal birth was finally revealed. He was not a simple shepherd's son, he was the grandson of King Astyages and a member of the Persian royal family. Years later, Cyrus returned to Persia and became king of Anshan. As Cyrus rose to power, marriage also became an important part of his royal life. Cyrus the Great married Cassandane. Their marriage strengthened Cyrus's position among the Persian nobility. Cassandane became the mother of several of Cyrus's children, including Cambyses II, who would later succeed Cyrus as king. Although ancient sources tell us little about their personal life, Cassandane appears to have held an important place in Cyrus's royal family. Together, Cyrus and Cassandane became the parents of the next generation of Persian rulers. Cyrus was not satisfied with ruling a small kingdom. He dreamed of something greater. He united the Persian tribes and gathered a powerful army around him. Soon, Cyrus would challenge King Astyages and begin the journey that would transform him from a Persian king into Cyrus the Great, the founder of one of the greatest empires of the ancient world. Around 550 BCE, Cyrus rose against Astyages, the king of the Medes. The Median Empire was powerful, and Cyrus's Persian forces were initially smaller. But Cyrus succeeded.
Prepare the soldiers! We go to Median!
Astyages heard about it and was very anxious.
Cyrus is coming.
And finally, the war began. Cyrus gained support from Median soldiers and nobles who had turned against King Astyages. With their help, Cyrus strengthened his army and challenged Astyages for the throne.
Faithfully for many years, do not yield me to the Persians. Fight for your king. Do not surrender me to Cyrus.
Then Astyages was defeated, and Cyrus took control of the Median territories. This was a turning point. Instead of simply destroying the Median political system, Cyrus incorporated many Medes into his new empire. Persians and Medes became partners in the growing imperial structure. Cyrus had achieved something extraordinary. He was no longer merely the king of a small Persian kingdom. He was now ruler of a much larger realm. And this was only the beginning.
I'm sorry. I did something bad, especially toward you. Please forgive me. I hear your words.
I forgive you. You can live here safely.
Cyrus the Great now looked west. There stood the wealthy kingdom of Lydia, ruled by King Croesus. Croesus was famous throughout the ancient world for his enormous wealth. He saw the growing Persian Empire as a threat.
I am the richest man. No one can destroy my territory.
The Lydians were a wealthy people of ancient Anatolia, famous for their gold, trade, and powerful kingdom. Their king, Croesus, would soon face Cyrus the Great.
I agree. He tells his soldiers inside the palace, "We will wage a military campaign against Lydia."
He's coming! Cyrus is coming! Gather the soldiers! Now!
Charge! Charge! Kill them all! They're breaking through! Retreat! Push forward! Hold the line! We break them! Fall back! They're too strong! Regroup!
Cyrus defeated Croesus and captured Sardis, the Lydian capital. With Lydia under Persian control, Cyrus gained enormous wealth and influence. His empire now reached deep into Anatolia. But Cyrus was not simply collecting territory. He was creating a new kind of empire, one capable of governing many different peoples across enormous distances.
I am glad our people are safe.
The next target was Babylon. Babylon was more than a city. It was a symbol of power, wealth, religion, and civilization. Its temples and monumental architecture had made it one of the greatest cities of the ancient world. The Babylonian king Nabonidus ruled a vast empire.
Men, we march to Babylon. We go to give the people freedom.
In Babylon, the Jews spoke of Cyrus with hope, believing that he would free them and allow them to return to Jerusalem.
God is with us in our suffering.
We must remain strong and faithful.
I hope we get our freedom soon.
I heard that Cyrus is coming to Babylon to help. Yes, he is a wise man, and a man of his word.
Before the battle, Persian and Babylonian soldiers gathered on the battlefield, preparing for a great clash. Both armies stood ready to fight.
To victory!
The Babylonian army fled into the city. Cyrus searched for a way in until his soldiers found a route through the canal, and finally Babylon was defeated. The Persian army defeated Babylonian forces, and the city came under Cyrus's control. According to Babylonian records, Cyrus entered the city without the kind of destruction that might have accompanied other ancient conquests. Cyrus now controlled one of the most important centers of civilization in the ancient world. The Babylonian king fell to his knees and asked for mercy.
I beg you, Lord Cyrus, forgive my transgressions. Have mercy on me.
Cyrus granted the Jews freedom and allowed them to return to Jerusalem and rebuild their temple.
I grant you your freedom. Return to your homeland.
One of the most famous objects associated with Cyrus is the Cyrus cylinder, discovered in Babylon. It records Cyrus's conquest of Babylon and his claims as a legitimate ruler. Today, the cylinder is sometimes described as the world's first declaration of human rights.
This is human rights. Spread it around the world.
The palace is quiet tonight.
It is a moment of peace.
As the years passed, Cyrus grew older, but his ambition never faded. His kingdom continued to expand, reaching across vast lands and bringing many peoples under Persian rule.
We got old, and our story is coming to an end.
I am the founder of this empire, Din. I hope it stays safe.
It will. You were a great king.
You were by my side through all of this.
After conquering enormous territories, Cyrus continued his military campaigns toward the eastern frontier. There he faced peoples of the Central Asian steppe. The ancient sources give different accounts of what happened, but Cyrus was killed in battle. His body was eventually buried at Sargad in the heartland of Persia. Now I would like to explain the family lineage and ancestry of Cyrus the Great, one of the most influential figures in the history of the ancient Persian Empire. Cyrus the Great was the son of Cambyses I in Persian Kambaji I, the king of Anshan, and his mother was Mandana, the daughter of Astyages, the king of Media. Cyrus had several children. Among his best-known children were Cambyses II, or in Persian Kambaji II, who succeeded him as king of the Persian Empire, Bardia, and his daughter Aduasa, who later became an important figure in the Achaemenid royal family. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching and found the video interesting and entertaining. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end. Your support really means a lot. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video.